All right, guys, new intro here for the Bear Pack. We hit 10,000 subscribers again. We want to thank everybody again. Trey, if you want to pull that 10,000 subscribers up, if you guys comment llama on any of our videos up until Super Bowl, you will be entered into winning $1,000 from us. The only catch is, come Super Bowl Sunday, you have to be in the chat to claim the prize. We're going to have a live at halftime. You have to be in the chat to claim the prize, and you have to comment llama on any of the videos up until the Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball, it doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. We also have a new game. It's going to be Trey and myself versus the Bear Pack. You can call it Pros versus Joes if you want. I don't really like the name because I don't consider us pros. I don't consider you guys Joes. But Trey, if you want to go to the YouTube channel, this is how you guys play. You're going to go to our YouTube channel. You're going to hit the community tab. We've been in the community tab a lot this season. You're going to go to the community tab. We have our plays for the day. So obviously the intro is not going to have plays for today, but these are our plays for our next video. It's the Pelicans -2.5, the Heat -5, Quinnipiac -4.5, and Wisconsin -10.5. Those are Trey's and myself's plays. What you guys are going to do is pick which one you think will not hit, meaning you're going to fade us, which is Pros versus Joes, which is the game called, but you guys are going to try to pick which one is not going to hit. If you guys win, you're going to get a point. If we win, we're going to get a point. We're going to run it Friday through Friday every single week. Whichever team has the most wins, so 4-3, 6-2, whatever it is, that person or group will win $50. If the community wins, we're going to do a wheel spin for the community. If we win, I don't know how we're going to get our cheddar, but you guys are just going to have to subscribe, I guess, more. But that's the game. Hopefully everybody understands it. Trey, let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's get into some NBA picks and props for Sunday, January 28th slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, at the moment, I am 0-0. I gave out the Minnesota Timberwolves -10.5 going up against the San Antonio Spurs. And, of course, the Timberwolves are having a fourth-quarter meltdown. They entered the fourth quarter up by 10. Looking at the score now, 107-107 with 3.5 minutes left. I hate the T-Wolves. Chris Finch, their head coach, absolutely tore Cat apart, and maybe he needs to tear him apart again.
Yeah, I went 1-0 on the day. I gave out the Knicks -5.5 against the Heat. Started out really poorly, the Knicks did, but they poured it on in the second half. They won the game by double digits, and we take the 1-0 day. Trey, let's move on to the plays for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be attacking this Oklahoma City Thunder going up against Detroit Pistons game, and this is going to be a fun game to watch, in my opinion. 2 young teams battling each other here in the Thunder. They entered this game with a 32-13 record. They're 30-15 ATS this season. They've been covering Warriors all season long. In Oklahoma City, they're also 17-5 on the road, which is elite. And the Pistons, they come in this game with a 5-40 record, but they are 21-24 ATS this season. In Detroit, they are 3-21 at home. That is just no bueno. But I'm going to do something that's going to surprise some people. Give me the Pistons here, plus 13.5 in this game. I love that we're getting so many points, because if we look at the history between these two teams, over the last 10 games, these two teams have faced off. The Thunder, they have never won by 14-plus points. In fact, the Pistons, they are 7-3 ATS in that 10 games versus the Thunder. And I honestly expect nothing different here in this game. Look for Cunningham to battle SGA and Duran to battle Chet Holmgren. And we're going to need 20-plus points from Bojan here, which I honestly think is easily doable. I almost picked Bojan as my player prop because over his last 5 games versus Oklahoma City, he's averaging 23 points per game. If we get 23 from Boji, then I think this is going to be a really sure bet. And the way that we're going to be covering this spread can be found at the free throw line for the Pistons, because the Thunder, they foul a ton. They're in the top 10 in the NBA in free throws allowed per game. So look for Cade to try to get to the rim a ton here. I'm doing the unthinkable. Give me the Pistons plus 13.5.
That's not unthinkable. That's smart betting. I love that play there for you, Trey, with the Pistons. For my play today, I'm going to be looking at the Suns traveling to take on the Orlando Magic. I'm going to take the Magic on the money line, plus 115 to beat the Suns. The Magic, they've now lost 4 of the last 5 games, and they've been losing games to bad teams. They lost to Memphis on the road in their last game. They lost to Atlanta on the road a couple games ago. They're back home in this game, completely healthy for God knows how long, and I know that they're going to finally put the pieces together and perform on their home floor in this game. A reminder, this was one of the better teams in the NBA before all of their injuries, and they're now just 1 game above 500. The Magic play great team defense, and they're very efficient on the offensive side of the ball. They play at their own pace. They make other teams play at their pace, the way they want to play basketball. I think this line's begging us to take the Suns at -1.5 because they've actually been on a roll. They've won 4 of the last 5 games, dominating teams. We have KD, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, a ton of players on the floor for the Suns that we have to look out for, but they're only 1.5 to a Magic team who's lost 4 of the last 5. something's fishy. I'm going to take the Magic on the money line. I think they get everything back to the way it was to start the season with all their guys healthy on the floor for the first time in a long time. Give me the Magic at home as the play. Trey, let's go to the props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, and I am 1-0 on the props. That's because I gave out Kyle Kuzma over 23.5 points versus the Pistons. He dropped a 30 burger here. Homecoming game from Flint, Michigan in Detroit. He wanted to show up for the crowd.
Yes, and I had Joel Embiid over 36.5 points. Decided not to play. Kind of soft in my opinion, but 0-0 day. I'm going to stay at 0-0. Trey, let's go to the player props for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
He just always seems to have something wrong with him whenever he has to go to Denver. He has no problem playing Jokic in Philadelphia. It's just very annoying. Not
Someone
my
said the
MVP.
altitude. Someone said the altitude.
Oh my God, yeah, bum.
Yeah.
But for me today, I'm going to be going with a guy on a new team. Give me Pascal Siakam to go over 30.5 PRs going up against the Grizzlies. I really love this over for Pascal in this game. We're going to see him make impact plays throughout, grabbing the boards and pushing the pace. Because Tyrese Halliburton, he is out for this game already. So that means Siakam is going to continue to see a ton of volume. Because over his last 2 games, he's finally getting used to his new team and he's lighting up the nets. Over that span, Siakam, he's averaging 28.5 points per game and 10 rebounds. That comes out to an average of 38.5 PRs, which is way over this number. And whenever we look at his matchup here versus the Grizzlies and we just take a glance at their injury report, I know Christmas just passed, but it looks like a little kid's Christmas list with all the names written down. The Grizzlies are going to be without Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Marcus Smart, Brandon Clark, Steven Adams, Luke Kennard, and a couple more bench players. Their team is just Jaren Jackson Jr. and just nobody else. And JJJ is going to have his hands full with Miles Turner in the painted area. So that means Pascal's going to see some Santi Aldama in this game. And we all know what that is. That's just barbecue chicken on a skewer. And Pascal, he's going to continue to get to the line a ton in this game. That's because he normally attacks the rim at will. And whenever we look at the Grizzlies, they're in the bottom 10 whenever it comes to allowing free throws. So Pascal, he's going to get the line a ton. He's going to grab the boards. He's going to push the pace, make his usual jump shots. Give me Pascal Siakam to go over 30.5 PRs versus the Grizzlies.
I do like the play, and it sounds like we might get to see Scottie Pippen Jr. play again for the Memphis Grizzlies, which might be fun to watch. But for my play today, I'm going to be looking at Fred VanVleet of the Rockets to go over his total assists. The only reason I'm going with Fred in this game is because he's playing the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks need to be studied by professionals because this might be the worst defensive team I've ever seen in my life. This is also maybe the most talented team I've ever seen, but they just don't care about winning games. They give no effort every single game, and they have a ton of great players, and if they would just try a little bit, they could win games, but they just don't try. This number is probably going to be at 8.5 assists for Fred VanVleet, and we're going to get open shots all game long with this Atlanta Hawks defense. Over the last 3 games, the Hawks, they've allowed in order 122, 134, and 148 over the last 3. If the trend continues, the Raptors are going to score 150-plus points in this game, and they might put up 40-plus assists. VanVleet, he's the primary ball handler for the Rockets, and he should be finding open players all game long. Give me Fred VanVleet over his assists as the play. Trey, before we go to the graphic, let's do the play of the day. I believe we have the Lakers tonight plus 2.5. I think last time I checked it was 99-91. Do we have an update on that? Can you scroll up just a little bit?
Yeah, I don't like it. The Lakers, they're down by 7 at the moment, but got most of the fourth quarter left to play. You know, Bill James is going to turn it up.
We got them plus 2.5. Hopefully they win the game. All right, let's take a look at the plays for tomorrow. Anything jump out at you?
I was originally wanting to pick the Bulls minus 6.5, but the Blazers just burned me, so I didn't want to pick that game. But I do love the Bulls there. They've been playing better without Zach LaVine. And the other game that we have options is the Grizzlies versus Pacers. The Pacers minus 9 looks pretty juicy, but I'm not so sure about it.
Yeah, we only have 2 games because I gave one out for member. We both gave one out for free. All right, so we got Memphis and Pacers or the Bulls game.
Yep, and I told you which sides I like on both of them. So do you agree with me on either one of those, Bulls or Pacers? Take both the favorites. That's what I like.
I kind of like the Pacers.
All right.
Pacers minus 9. You mean you gave me the laundry list of injuries for the Memphis Grizzlies? So
I mean, and I just think it's simple. The Pacers, they're going to score 120 plus. Do we have any confidence that the Grizzlies are going to get to 110? I'm not so sure.
Well, the Grizzlies have been, they're 3-0 in the last 3 games. It's crazy what they're doing. But Pacers, Suns, and the 76ers over the last 2, they covered the spread in both those games. They won them outright. So Pacers are playing great basketball. Let's take a minus 9 as the play of the day. All right, we're in agreement there. Let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going with the Pistons plus 13.5 versus the Thunder. I'm taking the risk here, but I do believe that they're going to cover this spread. They've been doing it historically against the Thunder. Thunder, last 10 games have not won by 14 plus points. Also going with Pascal Siakam over 30.5 PRs versus the Grizz. I love Pascal here in this game. He's going to see a ton of volume. JJJ is going to be shutting down Turner, so everything else is going to be going through Siakam.
Yeah, but I'm taking the Magic on the money line. Weird line. Magic healthy again at home. I think they win the game outright. And then Fred VanVleet is going to go up against the Hawks defense. They've been horrible. He's going to have overs assists in this game with a bunch of wide open shots. Guys, that's going to do it for the NBA Plays and Props for Sunday, January 28th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Look at the leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You can click that. There's two options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,